Was my presentation longer than 15 minutes?
Yeah, it was 25. Yeah. Okay.
Lord.
So was mine.
Anyway, is it rolling?
Yep,
Yeah,
you're
Christelle set the standard.
Okay, yeah.
My bad.
No. Okay. Hey everybody, it's great to see you today. I'm here at Wheaton College with Dr. John Dickson, and you might know him from the On Deceptions podcast that I've been recommending to you. But Dr. Dickson has a method in his preaching where he encourages us to always have a soundbite for perhaps the skeptic or someone who normally doesn't come to church. Can you tell us how you do that, or talk around that for us a little bit, just for the guys? How can they do that?
Well, I think the importance of doing it first is that your people are already got questions.
Yeah.
Your faithful people have questions, and they worry about being asked these questions in public. So there's no better way than in the sermon to model how to answer questions.
Brilliant.
So I'm of the view that no matter what the sermon, it could be a sermon about giving money, it could be a sermon about the Holy Spirit, which is very likely in your context. To sort of to think, what 2 or 3 minute breakout could I give for the person who's sitting there who just doesn't know what to make of Christianity?
Yeah.
Could be the uncle who's been brought along to church that day, it could be the kid, but it's not targeted at them in the sense of, you may be here doubting. It's not like that.
Yeah.
It's just, some thoughtful people might ask of this passage, why would God be angry with anyone? Because the text might be about judgment.
Yeah.
What proof is there of the spiritual world when you're talking about spirit things? Just a little breakout that acknowledges the doubts in the room and gently answers it, and then you seamlessly weave back into your sermon.
Yeah. So kind of, if you say talking about money, you kind of say something like, greed can sometimes overtake all of us, and this is some of the thoughts that God might have about that. Or
Well, I even think you could stop and say, look, some of you are probably thinking the church hasn't been very good with money.
Yeah.
They've just money grabbed. And of course, Jesus was totally against that.
Yeah.
There's that time he overturns the tables because the priests are gathering money for themselves. That's what Jesus was like.
Yeah.
And, the church hasn't lived up to it always, but Jesus is our model.
So here's the thing. In every sermon, think about that there might be a doubter in the room, or even some of your Christians who have questions that they have not answered or would like to know how to answer. And as pastors, what we want to do is serve them by helping them to have some of those doubts at least acknowledged and recognized.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Fantastic. Can I recommend that you go to On Deceptions podcasts and sign up?